Hello guys, in this video I'm gonna teach you how to read Fanuc Servomotor nameplate. Look at this image. This image is corresponding to Fanuc AC Servomotor and Alpha series. Okay, so look at this image. In this image we have a lot of details about the motor. Let's take one scenario. Okay, we have the one motor. We don't even know that is AC or DC, and that motor don't have a nameplate on it. Okay, motor is problem right now. I'm going to the motor and I'm seeing the motor, but there is nothing on it. There is no nameplate on the motor. How can I troubleshoot? Even I don't know it is a single phase or three phase, and output voltage, input voltage, the speed, the frequency, power factor, winding connection. These things I don't know. How can I troubleshoot? So without the nameplate, the troubleshooting is very difficult for the maintenance people. Yeah, maybe you are familiar with motor mean, maybe you can go and you can troubleshoot, but this one is not work for everyone. What about the new person who is going to work with a motor? So not only this scenario, while choosing the suitable drive to the motor, you should know about the motor output power. Then only you can choose the exact drive, exact amplifier for your particular motor. So the nameplate is playing major role while working with the motor. Today in this video I'm going to give you each and every parameter details that is mentioned in Fanuc motor nameplate. Okay, so let's get started. So before going into this topic, here I have one question. How do I look at the Fanuc servo motor nameplate? And here I have mentioned the servo motor. First of all, we should understand what is servo motor. We have a one bus, like passenger bus. In that passenger bus we have a lot of mechanical components. So in that mechanical components we have to run that mechanical components. We are using engine, right? We are using engine to drive those components. So engine is out of the bus, passenger bus. Am I right? Okay, so like that in servo system, okay, the servo motor is the engine, like engine that is going to drive all the mechanical components that we have in our servo system. So servo motor can control the speed and position very accurately. That's why we are using the servo concept, servo motors. Am I right? Okay, so the nameplate of motor contains a lot of information and knowledge. By looking at the nameplate, you'll gain a lot of information and knowledge about the particular motor. Okay, so in addition to the specifications of the motor, there is also a lot of knowledge about the principle of motor operation. Then the final question, do you really understand the motor nameplate? If you understand, mean no issue, and if you don't, mean today I'll teach you how to read the motor nameplate inch by inch. I'll explain every parameters. Okay, let's go. This is an example of a nameplate as shown in the figure below. This one is corresponding to the beta series, and this one is corresponding to the alpha series. We have both motor nameplate, AC servo motor, model, type, and number is nothing but the serial number. Okay, and date, when they manufacture, date. Here we will able to find the stall torque, output, speed, frequency, winding connection, motor input, and number of volts and number of phases, power factor, ambient temperature, and amplifier input. Then IP65 installation class and installation system manual number, IEC standard, and the weight of the motor. So these things you can get in the nameplate. This one is for beta, this one is for alpha. Maybe a little bit vary, but most of the alpha and beta nameplate will be same. Okay, let me explain one by one. The first one is model. Okay, Fanuc servo motor mainly include alpha I series and beta I series. The two numbers in the model indicate the stall torque and the maximum speed respectively. I'll discuss about the stall torque in the later or end of this video, because that is a very important concept, stall torque. Okay, here you can find BIS 22 and 2000. BIS 22 and 2000. So here alpha IF 8 and 3000, stall torque 8. 20 20. Okay, and the next one is motor specification, motor order number. Using this number you can order the motor. So before that, 806B, 806B is the series, and we have 0078 and B103. 78 and 75 refers to the model beta ISC8 and /3000, like this model, this 85 and 227. So that is represents a model of the motor. Okay, the next one is B503 and B400. What are all this? B. Okay, here B, we have B103, 1 and 0 and 3. What does this represent? Okay, here 806B and 0078. Okay, now the two part of the specification is finished, and the last part is very important, the last segment, B103. Okay, 103. So they are using triangles. This is like upward and downward. This is a circle. Okay, so here the upward triangle B1, we have 1. So look for 1 here, straight shaft. If they give 003 mean taper shaft, 0 mean taper shaft. If they mention 1 mean straight shaft. If they mention 3 mean taper shaft with a 24-volt DC brake. Okay, so by using this number we will finally able to judge the motor shaft type. Okay, and the circle in the center, if they give a 0 mean standard, 1 mean with fan. Okay, if 0 means standard, 1 mean with fan, 2 mean with the high torque brake, 3 mean with high torque brake and fan. See, they are mentioning something. When with the high torque brake is selected and circle will be 2 or 3, specify upward triangle 3 to 5. Okay, if we select high torque brake, in 2, okay, 2 or 3 high torque brake and fan are separately high torque brake, then we should use here, we should use 4 and 5, sorry, 3 to 5, specify 3 to 5. We should use brake, taper shaft with a 24 DC brake, straight shaft with a 24 DC brake, straight shaft with a keyway, and 24 volt DC brake. Okay, so the next one is the downward triangle. This one is about the pulse coder that we are using in our motor. Okay, so 0 mean pulse coder alpha A 1000 and alpha II 1000 and alpha A 16,000. Okay, so this is how we should read the motor specification number or a motor order number. Okay, so by using this, maybe if you are planning to buy the motor in future, you should refer this one. You should select according to your application. Then you can give the order number to the Fanuc. They will give that particular motor that you have given to them. Okay, I think you guys understood how to choose the motor type. Okay, according to your application. Okay, the next is 3 is number, motor serial number. Okay, see, they have mentioned some number. See, this is the motor number, right? Motor number C165. They have given something is about the serial number. Okay, just leave that. This serial number of this motor, which is equivalent to a barcode and is the only code belonging to this motor. Okay, for this particular motor they have assigned some serial number, that serial number which is equivalent to barcode. Okay, I think now you got a good understanding about the motor serial number. Next we will move to manual part number, manual number. Okay, here we have a manual number. Am I right? By using this manual, you will able to study about the motor. You will able to know how to maintain the motor. So these things you can get that manual number. So they are giving the separate manual number for the motor. You can search it on Google. You will able to find the particular manual on Google. Then you can download. You can learn anything about the particular motor by using the manual. Okay, so this is the manual part number. Okay, the next one is the inside parameters like output, voltage, speed, amps, amplifier input, winding connection, power factor. So we are going to discuss about this one by one. First one is output, continuous power output. Output, and they are mentioning CONT dot. CONT dot. What is this? Why they are mentioning like this? They are mentioning for to indicate this motor will operate in continuous power output mode. There's nothing on it. We can run the motor continuously without any interruption. The rated output power of this motor is 1.8 kilowatts, which is the maximum power that the motor can output for a long time continuous operation. Okay, not for a short period. For a long time continuous operation, motor is able to give the 1.8 kilowatts power constantly it can give. Okay, so this is a continuous power output. It is represented by a PR. The subscript R means rated. And the motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy output. So the rated power is the product of the rated torque and the rated speed on the mechanical side. Okay, and the product of the rated voltage and the rated current on the electric side. Okay, so now you should came to know about output. What is the output? Okay, the next one is voltage. Here they are mentioning volt, right? Volt. So this is the volt. The rated voltage of the motor is 138 volt, which is the voltage applied to the both ends of the stator winding of the motor and denoted by U. Okay, so this is the operating voltage of the motor. Okay, which is fed to the motor from the amplifier. 184 volt, 138 volt. This is the maximum that we can give. Am I right? Okay. The next one is amp. Amp is current rating. The rated current of the motor is 8 amps, and the frequency, nominal frequency is 133 hertz. You see, 133 hertz nominal frequency, but here 267 hertz. The frequency will be vary depending upon the motor and the output power. Okay, and the speed. Okay, the nominal frequency of 133 hertz is the frequency that the servo amplifier of the servo motor at the rated speed of rotation. Okay, so they are giving the rated speed 4000. In the 4000, the frequency will be 267. Maybe 2000, frequency will be very low, half of the frequency. Okay, the same applies. The same applies to this nameplate. Okay, the next is the speed. The rated speed is 2000 rpm per minute, which is the speed at which the motor outputs the rated power under the rated voltage and frequency. Okay, I think you guys understood this. I'm going to the next one. In this insulation, you'll able to know insulation. What is the class of the insulation? So mostly Fanuc, they are giving the F. Before going into this, you should know about that insulation class. What are the insulation classes available? Then you can go separately and you can study it on Google. Then you can come to know what is the F. You will come to know what is the F. Okay, I don't have enough time to explain this F on this video. Okay, no problem. Next one is the phase, number of phases that we can give to our motor. Mostly industrial motors are 3-phase motors only. Then winding connection. The winding connection method is star. Star means Y type. Therefore, we follow the formula. This is the formula to calculate your power. Okay, guys. The next one is permanent magnetic field. In servo motor, we have the rotor, right? To start the motor, we are exciting the rotor by the permanent magnets. This shows that the servo motor is essentially a synchronous motor, right? Okay, the motor speed N is the synchronous speed Ns. The next one is inverter, frequency inverter. The power supply of the servo motor comes from the frequency converter or servo amplifier. The input voltage of the servo amplifier matched with this motor is 200 to 240 volt. This means that the servo motor cannot be used alone and must be used in conjunction with the servo drive specified by the manufacturer. Here they are saying we have the servo motor. That servo motor cannot be used alone. Cannot be used alone mean we cannot use that on third-party drives or alone. Directly you cannot give the supply, you cannot operate the motor. So we should use the separate drive, the separate servo drive, which is specified by the manufacturer. So we cannot use the servo motor alone. The next one is stall torque. What is stall torque? The stall torque is 11 Nm, which is the torque of this motor at 0 speed. Have you ever think about how the motor is standstill? Whenever you are giving the pulse, the motor moving some mm. After that, it will hold. It will stop the exact position and it will hold. How it is holding? Because of stall torque. Okay, so it is also called static torque, locked rotor torque, or we can call self-locking torque. So it is represented by TS. At this time, the motor acts an electric brake to keep the load at the specified position, which is called the excitation brake during normal operation. Okay, so stall torque playing major role while operating the servo motor. Okay, the stall torque is larger than the torque at the rated speed, which also shows that the speed increases. The torque shows a downward trend only below the rated speed. The drop is small. Okay, I think you guys understood about the stall torque. If you have any doubt, you can comment. I'll reply. Then stall amp. Stall amp means stall current. The stall current will be 10 amps, which is the current in the windings at 0 speed. In 0 speed, okay, there is no speed, torque will be there, it won't move. So at the time, the stall current will be 10 amps. Okay, it is represented by IS. Since the current is proportional to the torque, the stall torque is larger than the rated current. Okay, so this is the characteristics of the stall current and stall torque of the stall torque. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay guys, I think I gave a lot of information about the Fanuc motor nameplate. We will look into the next video. If you like this video, you think you learned from this video, then you just share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.